What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Edwards, live from Brooklyn, New York. Excuse me. This is Panthers Pride Television. I'm feeling better. I'm looking better, and of course, I had to get the haircut. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So, J.C. Horn, should he reset the cornerback market? Currently speaking, before I get into his numbers, here are just the top cornerback at his position. I'm just going to read you the guys. Let me know when I need to stop on who he's better than. He's not better than Jalen Ramsey. Patrick Surtain, a guy he went before. Jair Alexander, AJ Terrell, Denzel Ward, Marlon Humphrey, Trayvon Diggs, Marshawn Lattimore, Tyson Campbell, L'Jarius Sneed, Jalen Johnson. That's 11 guys that I just named off the top of the dome right now, currently speaking. And all of these guys have contracts that will be higher or should exceed J.C. Horn, currently speaking. This past season, he has played better. I'm not going to lie to you. He was a Pro Bowler this season, 53 total tackles, 15 games played, 5 tackles for losses, 13 PBUs, and 1 interception. And his numbers right now really don't do him really a good enough justice or a service just how impactful he is on our defense. But the overall thing is he has not been healthy. He has yet to see a full season while he's played in the National Football League. 15 games this year, 6 games the year before that, 13 games the year before that, and 4 games the year before that. So if I'm willing to put money on it right now, he's not going to be healthy this year. That's just what his track record is. Jalen Ramsey is averaging $24.1 million a year. Patrick Surtain, a guy who went before or after J.C. Horn, $24 million a year. Jair Alexander, $21 a year. A.J. Terrell, $20.25 a year. Denzel Ward, $20.1 a year. Marlon Humphrey, $19.5. Trayvon and Marshawn Lattimore, $19.4. Tyson Campbell, $19.25. L'Jarius Sneed, $19.1. And Jalen Johnson, $19 million a year. So where the hell exactly does he fit in? $17 million a year? 4 years, $50 million in full contract? He's not worth the payday, currently speaking. I've got to get more, bro. If you ball next year, I'm sorry. I'm still tagging you. Respectfully. You were drafted in 2021. The guy that went after you just won Defensive Player of the Year. And he got paid this year. Why should I pay you off of one good season? It's not going to happen. Not with Dan Morgan. Not with David Canales. And it damn sure ain't happening with David Tepper. He was drafted before Micah Parsons. Before Greg Newsome. Before Patrick Surtain. Before Devontae Smith. All of his peers have gotten paid outside of Micah Parsons. And he's going to reset the edge rushing market. J.C. Horn, everybody, let's pump the brakes. I need another solid season before I can fully invest in you, man. I need to make sure that my return on investment is going to be fruitful. The best thing that my coaches used to say, hey, man, you can't make the club in the tub, man. You cannot travel if you're always in the trainer's room, bro. So what are you going to do this season? I think this is going to be a make it or break it year this season. If there is a point halfway through the season, if he's not producing or if he's kind of just all over the place, just trade his ass, man. I know exactly what he's worth, but like I said, you guys know how I feel. I think we're going cornerback at the number 8 spot, and I'm going to get into it right currently speaking. So, another cap casualty, setting up for a cornerstone in the secondary. We just cut another, for lack of better words, another bum. Dane Jackson. He signed this past season for a couple $1 million, man. We just cut him, actually saving us $3.3 million, and he just wasn't in the plan. this past season, 9 games played in total, 23 total tackles, 0 interceptions, 2 pass breakups, 1 for tackles for losses, and he has been just very plain out awful. I think that we're setting up to get guys in the free agency. Milton Williams will be a Carolina Panther. You're going to see other situations where we're going defensive end in free agency. This guy right here is going to be our number 1 selection. And if it's not him, then it's got to be this guy right here on your left side of your screen. Malachi Starks. There is no in between. It's going to be Malachi Starks or it's going to be Will Johnson. That is the number 1 overall selection when it comes to the Carolina Panthers. So when we let go of Dane Jackson, it was a no-brainer. You saved $3.3 million for a guy who has underperformed this entire season. I mean, I play with this team on freaking Madden. Who the hell is he? He doesn't produce. He gets cooked. He was getting cooked by tight ends. He was getting cooked by the backup receivers for the Dallas Cowboys. He's just out there. And we're in a position where we just can't pay guys just to be out there. The Jadeveon Clowneys of the world, the Dane Jacksons of the world, the Jordan Fullers of the world. You are out of here. So, man, I've already told you, what is the best thing right now about free agency? There's 1 or 2 things that can happen. One is a Myles Garrett situation where the player has all of the leverage. He comes out and says he wants to be traded. A Jermaine Pratt says he wants to be traded. And the team either has to bend the knee or they got to pay the guy. And then there's a situation like a Dane Jackson. What type of leverage does this dude have? 9 games played? Come on, man. He has absolutely zero leverage. It's especially when you're talking about picking up a guy who's going to be easily the best corner in this draft. He is going to be the first defensive back taken, not named Travis Hunter, and he's going to be a Carolina Panther. Dane Jackson, I'm glad you're gone. It's not even your fault, bro. It's our fault for having such high expectations for you. You got the number 23 on. You got the nerve to wear a Michael Jordan, LeBron James number. Man, get out of here, bro. So I just think that you're going to continue just to see situations where teams are just going to be cutting bait. Deebo Samuel's on a trading block. Cooper Kupp's on a trading block. And I look forward to it, man. This is the time that we're going to continue to make strides and build towards a better salary cap. What we got? $23 million? Can somebody check for me? $23 million right now in salary cap? Let's continue to move forward. So there are another inclinations of a guy getting traded. As you can see, his name, Cat Talk. The Bengals have been linked with letting go Trey Hendrickson. Now, if you remember yesterday's episode, we talked about the salary cap getting increased. It's gone up from $255 million to $277 million. Some teams going to have $281 million in salary cap. And this is a guy right now that they're not going to be able to play. They're not going to be able to afford Trey Hendrickson. He's 31 years of age. He's coming off his best season. Back-to-back seasons posting up 17.5 sacks. Played 17 games. He's a adorable machine. He was a nightmare down in New Orleans. 46 total tackles, 36 QB hits this past season, 19 tackles for losses, and like I said, 17.5 sacks. And he is going to be a guy that has to get traded. There's no way that they can afford T. Higgins and Trey Hendrickson. Who are you going to pay? If they don't make a move in the draft process where they trade up, yesterday I had them moving up, but currently speaking, they do not have the capital to pay him. And it's okay. Hey, I'll tell you what we do. You take J.C. Horn, we'll take Trey Hendrickson, and let's just call it even, baby. Y'all can franchise tag J.C. Horn. Y'all can pay him next season. But right now, this is the guy that I'm looking forward to hitting the free agency and becoming on a trading block, because this is another situation where the team has all the leverage. You don't know who they're going to franchise tag. Are they going to franchise tag Trey, or are they going to franchise tag T? And he's 31 years of age. He's not going to be commanding a huge, big payday. 3 years, maybe $55 million, maybe 4, over $66 million. But that stuff can get prorated and adjusted to fit up under our salary cap. So, hey, that's where we're at currently speaking. More cap casualties are going to come down the pipeline. Let's pump the brakes on paying J.C. Horn, and let's make sure that we do our due diligence moving forward in free agency at the defensive line position.